going to open up with a skit that kind of modernizes John writing his gospel, just by way of explanation.
Oh, this is too good. I've got to get this down before I forget it. My Memoirs by John. Chapter 1. In the beginning. In the beginning, in the beginning. No, it's no good. It's already been used anyway. Writer's block. Can you imagine? Here I am, my name and a title, and I'm already stuck. How can it be so hard? It's not my story I'm trying to write anyway. It's his, and how his life changed mine forever. How can that be so hard? I mean, the man turned my life upside down. I came to love him more than life itself. But when you're a poet, you weigh every word. You commit Roget's thesaurus to memory. And you try every one to see which one fits. Like a lot of good poets, I'm suffering for my art. I've been banned to this island. But, hey, maybe that's a good thing. You know, none of the distractions of life to get in the way. A lot of poets hang out on an island waiting for inspiration. Some of us die waiting. Hey, maybe I'm trying too hard. Maybe I should just tell you some of what happened. Jump in but I don't want to start at the beginning. I want to start at what you all thought was the beginning of the end. Our last meal together. Jesus had just gotten done with our feet. And we were all settled in to have the meal. That's when he drops the bomb. He was always doing that to us. Just when we got comfortable, he'd say or do something that make us squirm. When he told us that one of us would betray him. It's funny how none of us actually jumped up to contradict it. Instead, we all looked around the room at each other, trying not to catch each other's eye for fear of what someone could see in our own. Isn't it funny how we all thought we could be the one? How else do you explain that even after Jesus had handed Judas the bread, told him to go do what he had to do, that none of us tried to stop him. Perhaps that's because we couldn't see beyond our own trembling fingers. Maybe it's because we were all culpable to some degree. But whatever the reason, Jesus didn't hold it against us. Instead, he comforted us with words that soothed our heart and broke at the same time. He spoke of Peter's denial and told us to love one another as he had loved us. He spoke of truth and a way and a life with meaning, what all true poets strive for. He made Frost and Longfellow read like nursery rhymes. And in perfect he spoke of true vine and a garden and branches. Pure poetry told us to lay down our lives for each other. His words were beautiful, but his truths were hard. He told us that in this world we would grieve, mourn, and weep. But in the same breath, he would send comfort, and that our weeping would turn to jubilation. I've known that anguish and the joy that he spoke of. I've had the anguish of seeing you nailed to a tree, and the joy of an empty grave. I've known what it is for my heart to be in torment as he stood before the governor and let himself be sentenced to die. You see, I was there. He had the opportunity to save himself. The governor even asked him, "Are you Lord of some kingdom?" And Jesus said, "My kingdom is not of this earth, but I am Lord." And that's the truth that I've come to testify to. Now listen closely, because what happened next set the world on its ear. The governor asked him, "What is truth?" And Jesus stood silent. And that was his moment. All he had to do was tell him, and he could have walked free. Or better yet, he could have called down armies of angels to save him from that moment. But he stood silent. I didn't understand it then, but I understand it now. We all face that moment. At some point in our lives, we come face to face with him, and we have to choose whether to acknowledge the truth or turn away from it. Either way, it doesn't change. At that point, it was Pilate's moment to choose, not Christ's. Jesus was so much more than a great poet. Great poets search for meaning, chaos in our lives. They search for direction, for truth. I have found the truth. And that's what I want to convey. The truth of the matter. That's it. In the beginning was the truth. That's something I can build on. And it came to me like a flash, like a, what's the word I'm looking for? A revelation. Maybe I'll have more later.